Yo, what's the deal? Welcome back to the channel. It's day 2 of our testing for the new version 1.9 update, as well as the DLC that just got released for Assetto Corsa Competizione. Today we're going to be testing the new Porsche 911 GT3 R, generation 992. Yesterday we did test out the Ferrari 296. I like the car, so not really sure what to expect with the Porsche. You know, Porsche does drive different than every other car on the planet, so we'll see what that's like. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, here we are. We're at Valencia, and we're gonna be trying out the new 911 generation 992. We're gonna run the regular safe setup, but we're just gonna take down some fuel. Probably take it to like 30, and then just take our front brakes down. We're just gonna run it just like that. So we're gonna compare the safe setup and the aggressive setup, just like we did on the Ferrari. Here we go.
The track temp is 99. The air temp is 83 Fahrenheit. Mid-take 6 clear. Push. The brakes are cold. Be careful.
Well, it sounds really good. Sounds like it's screaming at you. ABS kicks in a little later. A little bit of understeer right there, but it is just the first lap. I just pulled it out, so let's keep that in mind. Gets really light from the rotation. Maybe I'm at the end of the apex. It gets really light in the rotation of the car. And that new physics model is a lot to get used to. But man, this car sounds mean. See what that straight line speed is like. Man, it feels strong. I will say this, it drives better than the older generation Porsche. I'll say that much. It's a little wider, a little wilder, but it is a little bit more predictable. Kind of liking this car. First lap impressions, I like it. Feels strong. Automatically, I know I just beat my fastest lap on the Ferrari first lap, so it says a lot. This is just a regular safe setup. It's just a hint of understeer in this Porsche. But I think once you learn this car, get used to it, it'll do exactly what you want it to do.
Front brakes are getting a bit hot. Sector 2 is 0.9, slower than your best.
Well, it didn't take that bump too well. See on the next round, go around, how it takes bumps.
You've just done a 136.70. Sector 3 times quick.
This is my apex. If you miss the apex right there, you lose like half a second.
Sector 2 is 0.2 off your best.
Let's see if I can hit 134. This is on a safe setup in the Porsche.
You've just done a 135.12. That's your best lap in the session. Sector 1 times okay. 0.2 off your best in Sector 2. Sector 3 times fast. Sector 1 is quick.
Ooh, missed it, overshot it. I was up too.
Sector 2 times quick.
So I will say this, the Porsche is very enjoyable to drive.
That lap was at 135.05. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. Sectors 1 and 2 are quick. Sector 3 times okay.
A little unpredictable, but predictable at the same time. Not really a horse rider, but I would imagine it's like riding a stubborn horse, but does listen to you after you give it an apple or something. Probably a horrible analogy, but all my trail riders probably know what I'm talking about.
Pace.
Man, this car locks up like crazy.
Last lap was at 1:35.18.
Alright, we're gonna do one more lap and then we're gonna move to the aggressive.
Off your best. Sectors 1 and 3 are a tenth off your best. Sector 2 time is good.
Oh no, we got red. Alright.
Yellow flag.
Okay, now we're gonna move into the aggressive setup. Same situation here. Front brakes to 1. We're gonna change the fuel to 30, and we'll jump on the track. So our fastest time is a 1:35.050. So let's see if we can beat that with the aggressive setup. Tire change, traction control difference is about 2 numbers down. ABS is about 4 numbers down. So let's see what's going on.
Push, push, push. Green flag, you're clear. Got cold brakes all round.
So I'm on hold for my judgment until this lap because it was cold, so I couldn't really judge the difference between aggressive and the safe setup. Although I will say that the aggressive setup is a little bit more direct. Not sure if the tires are still cold. But see, that's all I know. With the new physics setup, I'm not really too sure how to judge the tires yet, you know?
Sector 1 time is good.
That's the question now. Can I be more consistent on aggressive setup in comparison to a safe setup? That's a 134, but the lap doesn't count. But we'll take it.
Sector 1 is quick.
Got a little light there. I just believe it just locked up.
Sector 2 time is okay.
And there we have it. Just hit a 134 in the Porsche. An aggressive setup, so that's like 5/10 off the safe setup.
54.58. That's your quickest lap.
Currently, I think I'm about 2 seconds off some of the top guys. I think Jardier is probably running like a 131, I believe. Maybe. I don't know. Alright. Give it one more try. See what we can do.
Sector 1 time's okay.
So we did beat our time. And give it one more lap.
1:24.50.
One more lap.
Best in the session.
Tank this lap.
Sector 1 is 0.40, slower than your best.
There you have it. So that was the Porsche 911 GT3 R, generation 996 or 992, one of those. So my first impressions of the car, I like it. I feel like it takes a little bit to get used to, a little bit of dialing in to get used to. Even though my times were quicker in the Porsche in comparison to the Ferrari, I still felt more comfortable with the Ferrari. I felt like I was able to be more consistent with the Ferrari. But like I said, that could be a multitude of things. That could be the setup, the steering ratio. I just felt like the steering wheel was getting light constantly in the Porsche, like a little bit too much for me. And I do know that with the new the tire physics model, the steering wheel force feedback is supposed to get light. Maybe like when your tire pressures are too high or possibly too low. I'm not too sure. I still got to read up on it. But overall, I just felt like the Porsche, like, it was too light for me. I did like the way it drove. It rotated into the corner pretty good to me, but midway through the corner, I felt like it was some understeer, especially in comparison to the Ferrari. But the Porsche itself, like I said, you can get fast times with it, but I don't feel that I was too. I don't feel like I was able to be too consistent with that car on that aggressive setup. So maybe I need to dial it in a little bit more. In comparison to the aggressive to the safe setup, the aggressive setup is a little bit more direct. Safe setup had a little bit more understeer throughout the corner. The aggressive setup only had understeer through the end of the corner, but not entering the corner. It was a little oversteer, matter of fact. So maybe you could balance that out and give a happy medium. Maybe it would just fit just well. Overall, the Porsche, it drove pretty well. It's pretty fast. The straight line speed has has improved vastly in comparison to the other Porsche in versions prior to 1.9. Overall, I do like the Porsche. It's not something that I don't think I see myself just switching over to, but who knows? Maybe I might find a good setup and might learn how to, dial it into my liking, and we'll go from there. Tomorrow we will have the testing of the new Lamborghini Huracan Evo 2. I think that's how you pronounce it. I never know how to pronounce those Lamborghini names, but we'll be testing that car out tomorrow. So stay tuned. Put in the comments what you like. If you tested out the cars for the new update, let me know what car that you like and how do you feel about them. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow.